What's going on, Legionnaires, and welcome back to Comic Breakdown. Now, if you're new to the channel, do me a favor and hit that sub button, hit that notification bell, and make sure you're not missing any of the awesome content we have coming out. Now, for this video, we're going to be covering Black Cat, issue number 5. Now, if you haven't been keeping up with this line, go ahead and check out the link in my description, as well as the top of this video. It's going to get you completely caught up on all the issues of Black Cat so far that started in The King in Black. Now, this is written by Jed MacKay, artist is Michael Dowling, color artist is Brian Reber, and letterer is Fernan Delgado. And with that being said, let's dive into this breakdown. Alright guys, so this issue takes us a little bit detouring from the last one. You know, the last issue we got to see Queen Cat, and Queen Cat really trying to be the nemesis, if you will, to Black Cat. And in the opening panels, we're taken to Coney Island, back in the day. And we see Felicia and we see Black Fox. And they're sitting down having a conversation. Now, this is a very interesting conversation because this is the first time that she really refers to herself as Black Cat. Now, Felicia has come to tell Black Fox that she's ready to move on. You know, she has learned all she can from Black Fox. And she's ready to move on to the next thing. And that next thing is really the biggest score of her life, because she's going to break her father out of prison. Now, up to this point, they have stole from a crap ton of individuals. And it's always been believed that the end goal here is to get into the Thieves Guild, which is still technically the goal. It's just not the end goal. And then Felicia, she tells Black Fox that she wants to go by Black Cat. You know, moving out of his shadow, she wants to be her own person, take on her own persona, and that's exactly what we're seeing here. And that's what takes us to present day. Now, present day, her and her crew are about to do the biggest heist they have done yet. You know, this one is for all the marbles. Everything they've been working on, working towards, to break in to the Thieves Guild's vault. Now, her crew is with her, as well as Black Fox. And as they descend into the location where this, you know, quote-unquote vault will be, they learn real quick, well, Felicia learns real quick that Black Fox has been keeping some things from her. One of them being that the vaults aren't exactly vaults. You know, they do possess extreme amounts of wealth. But Odessa Drake first decoded the painting of Orlando. It was not merely to find a place to hide her loot. Rather, she did it to make contact with Denzin of that strange dimension. An entity called the Gilded Saint. An alien god of wealth and death. Because when the new guild was excommunicated from the larger guilds, they also lost the patronage of Kandra. With it being revoked, they lost what they refer to as the ultimate reward, which is eternal life. Castillo Drake found a way to get a new patron, the Gilded Saint. After his death, Odessa continued his work, and she had made a deal with a creature of enormous and strange power. And so the guild paid tribute to the saint, 10% of everything that was stolen in the city. And in return, it would grant the inner circle of the guild eternal life, immortality. Now, he claims that he didn't tell her any of this prior because he was afraid that it might scare the men off and they wouldn't have the manpower to be able to take on this heist. You know, and it throws her for a little bit. It throws her for a loop. But then she asks, you know, what else are you keeping close to the chest? What else might you be hiding from me that you're not telling me? And this is where he reveals that he's dying. And obviously this breaks Felicia's heart. You know, this is almost a father figure to her, a mentor. And she vows to steal whatever needs to be stolen, to get whatever needs to be taken to help him, to cure him. But he's tried everything to this point. From the infinity formula to Krakoan medicines, nothing has been enough. His time is up and he is going to die. He's tried bargaining with demons and gods alike, but nothing to this point has worked for him. You know, he even went to Dracula. He went to Dracula asking to be turned into a vampire, and that he would put his skills and tasks to serving the vampire nation. And at first, Dracula, you know, he kind of toys with him. Tells him it might be a good idea, but I still do remember that you stole from me. And because you stole from me, you've been marked. No child of the night will risk displeasuring me by aiding you. And tells him, you know, I hope the treasure you stole brought you great joy, and you can keep those possessions clutched tight to your chest as you slowly die. And so he kind of wants this last score to be his legacy. And to share it with Felicia, you know, one of the people he cared for most, it's a big deal for him. And this is when we see, and it's revealed, that they are at the secret cemeteries of the New York thieves, deep beneath Manhattan. Now, they're getting everything set up, and the crew topside has got the Randall device. And Felicia and Black Fox have the dimensional resonator, aka the key. Now, they've run this cable all the way down, and they're about to give the signal to activate the device and open the portal. And the thought process here is to be able to just shovel as much loot into the other truck as possible. And without any hiccups, they should be able to bounce off with the biggest heist ever in history. And this is where we see them activate the device, and electricity flows through the cable, and Fox holds it up to the sky. But instead of opening some kind of vault to all the treasure, we see an opening in the dimension. We see hands coming through, and this is where we see the god of wealth. And the god asks, who would come here? Who would disturb me? What is it that you seek? And Black Fox tells the god that he's here to make a deal for eternal life, for immortality, for himself and for Felicia. And the god proclaims that his contract is made with Odessa Drake. She has bargained and made the price. But Black Fox swears he offers something better. And Felicia's very confused at this point. She's just like, tell me what's going on right now. And Fox tells her this was the plan. It's always been the plan. You know, we're not here to steal the guild's money. We're here to steal their immortality. And then he says, you know, there's just one more thing I have to tell you, and then you will know everything. In order to make the Saint break its contract with Odessa and the guilds, he needed something to offer that's of an immense treasure, a price that's incalculable, and he does have such a thing. They stole such an item, and this is where we see Fox hold up the deed to Manhattan, offering it up to the god of wealth, saying that he holds the greatest treasure in all the world. He gives to the god Manhattan. And that will be the end of this issue. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments. You know, I've been saying it since issue number 1 of Black Cat. I'm absolutely loving this line. You know, Felicia Hardy has really just been getting wrote in the best way possible. You know, he's really having a great grasp on how to write this character, because he's taking someone like Black Cat and, you know, she's a thief at the end of the day. You know, notably the best thief in the whole world, but she's still a thief lacking in a lot of powers that others do. But they've wrote her in such a good way that puts her in situations where she's the opportunity to be powerful. And we saw that in The King in Black, where she picked up the staff from the Tree of Life and just became a ridiculously powerful goddess. But we're also having the personality of Felicia really written in the best way possible, in my opinion. I don't know, let me know what you guys think down in the comments. If you have not yet, do me a favor and hit that sub button, hit that notification bell, and make sure you're not missing any of the content we have coming out. And until the next breakdown.